Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna bring you along for my evening routine. I debated calling it, do I wanna call it my PM routine, my bedtime routine? All of those terms can be interchangeable, or they could be different depending on what time of the evening you're doing them. This might end up being the shortest video I ever make, but I get asked about this a lot. I get asked about my routines a lot. And since I'm doing weekly vlogs right now leading up to baby girl getting here, if you are new here, welcome. I am also filming this video at almost 32 weeks pregnant. So I've been filming weekly vlogs that I'm gonna share with you after the baby is born. So for my vlog slots last month and this month, I'm doing my routine. So last month was my morning routine. That video was like 20 minutes because my morning routine is very extensive because I am naturally a morning person. I am not an evening person. Just like I said in that video, if you're not a morning person, don't try to have an extensive morning routine. I'm not an evening person. I'm very exhausted by the time we get to this point in the evening. So my evening bedtime PM routine is very short and sweet. Just like my morning routine though, I do use an app called Routinery. Mostly it's just to be a checklist for me to get through the steps. My morning routine, I am much more thoughtful and it matters a lot more the amount of time that each of the steps take and the time that I finish the routine. For my PM routine, it doesn't matter. It's just, here are all the steps that I need to / want to get through. So step one is just making sure Charlie is all good to go for the night, that her water fountain has plenty of water in it, and that her food bowl is filled to the top. The other thing I want to make sure I mention is I try to do this routine as early in the evening as possible when I have the most amount of energy. So sometimes it depends on what I'm doing that evening. I was having dinner at my parents' tonight and then came home and then I took a bath. So I already washed my face and like took my makeup off, which we'll get to in a second is the next step. But I do also have a timer on the app, Routinery app, to remind me of the routine at 8. So if I haven't started it or thought about it, if I'm not like in the bath or like thinking about bedtime by 8, I have the app remind me. That way if all I'm doing is sitting on the couch watching TV, I like get up and do the whole routine. That way I'm very ready for bed. All right, next step, like I mentioned, and the majority of my routine is here in the bathroom. The first step is washing my face or taking a shower. I hate washing my face in the sink. I know we've talked about this before. It is just something I don't like. I feel like I get water everywhere. I feel like there's not a nice way to do it. I don't like doing it. I would prefer to take a shower, or I really like to take baths, especially in the evenings. It's a really nice way for me to unwind and relax. And so I typically, if I can swing it, if I have the time, I take a bath in the evenings and I will wash my face in the bath. So that's what I did tonight. My face is all ready to go. Then I will take care of all of my teeth things. This was definitely harder in the first trimester of pregnancy because the taste of toothpaste made me want to get sick all the time. So I will floss. I use a water pick that I've had for years that I absolutely love. And then I will brush my teeth. All right, and then the last step here in the bathroom is my skincare. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I have been skipping this step a lot lately for a couple of reasons. One, I'm just exhausted and it's just not as big of a priority. Number two is I really didn't feel like going through and dealing with all the research of like what is safe to use and what is not safe to use for pregnancy. That was one thing that felt so overwhelming. I was not good at my evening skincare anyways. So like, I didn't want to deal with it. So that is where we're at when it comes to evening skincare. So on the nights that I do have the energy and that I do prioritize my skincare, what I always try to make sure I do is moisturize. I've been using the It Cosmetics Confidence in a cream. This is really thick, like really thick stuff. I got it during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I've tried it before, like I had like a travel size. I love the way that it feels, especially because my skin has been dry since moving here. It's like, oh, it just feels so luxurious on my skin. It's definitely too thick for me to use like during the day, but for a nighttime moisturizer, and it smells really good. And then I just put on a lip balm. I have been using this, I feel like this Laneige sleeping mask has lasted me for freaking ever. Like if this goes bad, I've had it for a very long time because I feel like it lasts me a very long time. So I'll just put that on, and that's pretty much all I've been doing for my evening skincare. All right, I am in bed now, although let's be honest, I'm gonna get up another multiple times to go to the bathroom before I actually go to bed. Also, you can see a little bit of a sneak peek of the gallery wall that we hung above our bed that will be coming in a vlog. I did post a picture of it like in its entirety on Instagram, but like the whole process, it will be in a vlog soon. Okay, soon is relative. I mean, by the time this video goes up and then that vlog goes up, maybe it's soon-ish. Anyways, that used to be it for my evening routine. Like those 5 steps, that was it for the longest time. That is all that I incorporated. I just recently, as in like going into August, I'm filming this video on July 26th. And my plan for August, I have added 2 new steps to my evening routine. And we're gonna see how it goes. I talked in my morning routine video about how my routines are always changing and there is always trial and error. But up until this week, that was it for my evening routine for years, because I know myself and I know that I don't have the energy to do a bunch of stuff in the evenings. So the 2 things I have added, I don't know if I'm gonna end up doing them tonight because it's taken me a lot longer to do my routine with filming, and I need Sam to try on some shirts actually before I actually go to bed, because I keep forgetting to have him do it in the evening. He's had things every night this week, actually, like prior commitments. And during the day, he's on calls all day. I'm gonna be like, I need you to try on shirts. So that was not relevant to this video. Anyways, the first step is going through photos on my phone. I do it in my morning routine. It's a step in my morning routine, but I have a lot of photos that I'm trying to get through before baby girl gets here. So I'm also gonna do it as part of my evening routine. I likely sit here and scroll Instagram for a good bit of time anyways in the evening. I might as well take 5 minutes and get through some photos on my phone as well. I talked about this more in my August goals video, I almost said July. And then the other step is another daily habit that I tried to implement in July, tried to put in my morning routine, because for most things for me, if I'm gonna add something to a routine, I'm gonna add it to my morning routine. That one I am more consistent with, I have more energy. How many times have I told you that in this video? But it didn't feel right in my morning routine. So I'm adding it into my evening routine. It's breathing exercises for pregnancy. And so I'm gonna try to do those in the evening. And then I went ahead and added a little fun 3rd one that just says, now go read. Like, get off your phone. You're done with the app. You've gone through your photos. You've probably scrolled Instagram. Now go read your book. And that's it. I don't know how long this video after all the edits is going to end up being. I know it's gonna be short because my evening routine is short. So depending on your energy levels, I just want you to remember, routines are meant to support you. And so just because you see someone on the internet doing a very extensive morning or a very extensive evening routine, I want you to create routines that are beneficial for you and your life, your goals, and most importantly, your energy levels. If you are like me, have a longer morning routine, get up a little bit earlier, get those things done, and keep a really, really simple evening routine. If you are the opposite of me, make that morning routine short and sweet and do all those extra things in the evenings. Or maybe it's post work. Maybe you do those extra things that you want to do daily after work when you have a little bit more energy in the early, like a true evening. And then this is really more of a bedtime. Truly, it's more of a bedtime routine. I just sometimes push it up earlier in the evenings. But I have lots of videos with actual tips on creating your own routines. I have a whole playlist of prior videos of my routines, as well as general tip videos on creating and implementing and sticking with routines. So I'm gonna leave that playlist linked. If you are working on your routines, check it out. Hopefully one of those videos will help you through it. But just remember, routine doesn't have to mean the exact same thing every single day, and consistency doesn't have to mean every single day. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. They all kind of are I tried to do this, so I already washed all my face. It's a nice way to unwind.